Hey, YouTube family. So it's been a hot minute. Empress Vibrant here. Hi, everybody. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. So I've been away for a little bit. One part of it has been rest and rejuvenation. The other half of it is healing trauma, dealing with my low moods at times, unpacking what it's all about. Just giving myself that space to really explore what's going on within me and around me, because obviously fellow light workers already know that this is a serious time energetically. I mean, everybody knows, but those who are on a state on a frequency where they are empaths, or they are, they have certain gifts, everything is heightened at this time. We're fighting against a lot of principalities, wickedness in high places. It's really, really, it's a crazy state of affairs, really, what's going on in the world. There's COVID-19 restrictions, these proposed vaccines. What does that mean for us and our children? What does that mean for future, the future generation that is coming in? What does that mean? So it's a lot of pushing forward. It's a lot of having to square up. So that is dealing with the things that are hidden, or the things that come up to the surface, whether that be dark night of the soul type of situations, or whether that be just having to deal with conflict, like conflict resolution, and dealing with how you feel energetically, how we are affecting the universe. I needed that time to be away. I felt very guilty about it, and that's one of my, that is actually one of my things that I have to work through. I have to work through the fact that if my body is telling me, because obviously we are the spirit within the vessel, yeah? So if my vessel is lacking in energy, or my emotions are not in check, and I'm having to run through what is going on within me, then I must pause. I must take rest and rejuvenation. I mean, I had a reading from myself, from my sister, and it was great just to sort of get another viewpoint, because sometimes you can almost feel like when you're interpreting for yourself, it can be quite difficult, because you can just go to your snapshot judgments, your lower self can kick in, and you can just feel like you know what's going on without really unpacking it. So what came up was that I was to rest. I am going to still take it easy. This is not me 100% back, unless it is. I'm just going to go with the flow and the energy. But at this time, I was sort of drawn to sort of just come on, speak quite frankly and open with you guys, have a discussion. I'm going to share my screen, and we'll go through some, because basically I've got these mood cards. What's great about these mood cards is that it has over something like 40 something moods and emotions that we all go through at any given time. And I feel like I'd just like to run through them with you guys, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Looking at how the videos are going from the past, I found some of my viewers saying they didn't like the collective readings, which was, not the collective, like the air signs, the element readings. They like to have their readings separate. But then doing 12 videos for the 12 zodiac signs, and then you can kind of see what type of viewers you have. For the low views, there's probably not many of that particular zodiac sign that is engaging with my particular channel at this particular time. So it's kind of like a lot of up and down. I'm kind of deciding how I want to go forward with giving you guys readings. And and balancing the time for healing and self-reflection in this time as well. So I figure what would be great is if I can unpack some of the mood cards, so that I feel like I'm talking to somebody. I don't know who needed to hear this or who needs to hear this particular message or who's going through this fear. The fear of being left behind, the fear of being left out, the fear of not getting recognition. There's so many different kind of avenues. I don't know who I'm talking to here. However, I know that I've just got to go with what I'm led. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through my mood cards. I don't know the frequency of the videos, how frequent they'll be up, or when I will be doing individual zodiac sign readings. I may just do collective readings as and when they come up, you know, and it's sort of like things you need to know today, or an energy or a vibe that's come up to me. That's kind of what I feel. I may just kind of, yeah, sorry for the noise if you can hear that. That is the machine spinning. Clothes, I feel wash same way. It is Sunday, so you know it's the prep. You know, Sunday's the first day of the week, so we know that schools and everything and work and everything starts back tomorrow. So yeah, it's just some prep for tomorrow. So sorry for the noise if it is interfering with the sound quality at this time. But without any further ado, let's kick off this discussion, this reading. I'm going to be doing a trauma spread. I'm going to be going through fear with this particular mood card. See what it says here, something bad might happen, fear. So we're going to unpack. There's some questions on the back to ask yourself and some affirmations. So I'll go through those, and we'll do a spread. We'll do some love activation cards. Anyway, let me just share my screen so you can see what's going on, because I'm chatting and I've got these things in the PowerPoint. In the PowerPoint. So bear with me. It's the first one that I'm doing, but I want to make this a series. I initially wanted to do this as a private sort of, not necessarily, yeah, I wanted to have a discussion on more of a private platform, only because the interaction space of it all, I'd love to just have this on Zoom and have a few people who feel like they feel comfortable with discussing things in groups, journaling, asking questions, unpacking things, doing breathing exercises, working out what sort of crystals will be beneficial and things like that. So yeah, anyway, let me stop going off on one, because it's been quite a few minutes already. I've kind of gone in with the talking, but that is what it's like. Sometimes you just have to set the scene, make you understand what's going on, and I think I've done that clearly enough. Moving my screen a little bit. See this? Think differently. That is the mantra. Think differently. I am talking to myself. I am talking to you. I'm talking to the inner man. Thinking differently. That is what's helping me move out of this funk that I have been in. I had a wicked piece of toothache. That was another reason why I weren't here. My face was swell up. Had to have antibiotics. It was a mazza. Give thanks and praises. I got it whipped out. I had to say, could you take it out, please? I can't manage the pain, because nerve pain ain't no joke. I don't know if anybody knows about toothache, but those who know about toothache, yo, it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. And for those who have had babies, toothache can't chat to that. Listen, toothache surpasses childbirth for me personally, because it's in the head, nerves all over, my back, shoulders, everything. Hey, listen, but it allowed me to just take the time to just go with what my body was going through, um, to remember that I am not this vessel. This vessel this merely carries my spirit. It carries my energy. Um, so I have to remember, and this book is all about. I've been on this book. I have been involved in or taking part in the Cesar Rojo challenge, which was a 21-day self-love challenge. Um, um, Mikel the Energy, The World Changer. We are currently reading this book, The 11 Laws of God. I'm only on the 3rd chapter, and it's done so much already for the way that I'm thinking, the way that I'm approaching things. It's early days, but I figure with the energy that I woke up with this dawning, I thought, wow, I haven't had this amount of energy in a while. I felt drawn to come and do a reading and to chat with you. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into this. Let me share my screen, so you can see what's what. Okay, here it is. Okay, what's this? Why is this shit? This is not the page. Sorry. This is the mood, the energy that I'm listening to. So you've got to see the page for the non-copyright meditation music, so that there's no issues with YouTube whipping down my video. Yeah, let me see what's what here. Why? Let's see what's going on with this share situation. It's saying it's this, but I don't see. Let's see if that's the one. Here we go. Now this is the correct screen. So a PowerPoint presentation I'll put together. Like I said, I've done one previously, but I didn't roll it out. I will probably go through it. It was mainly a, anyway, we'll talk about that later. I've just been going on and on. Right, so let's have a chat. So we're going to be looking at low mood and trauma, okay? And I am Empress Vibrant. I am vibrant today, full of beans. I give thanks and praises for the extra energy. So yeah, let's have a chat. So let's go to the next slide. So we know that we're going to be talking about trauma and low mood. Okay, so low mood and trauma. So the first thing we're going to go to is the mood card, which is fear. That card spoke to me this dawning. I feel like it's for somebody. Take the messages as they resonate. I would say with this particular task, if you have like a journal, a bit of paper and a bit of paper and a pen, or whatever you write on. So I know people do this tab thing with the special little pen things. Whatever way you jot down your thoughts, feelings, we can do this, because the first part we're going to go over the cards, and there's 3 questions. So we're going to go through the questions. What do they mean? And answer them. Take your time. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You take your time. There is no need to feel that you need to have all the answers straight away. But this is merely for you to start exploring what it is that's going on with you. This will allow you to explore what's happening, why it's happening, and how best you can kind of deal with it. Then the second thing we'll go into is the Healing Trauma Tarot and Oracle spread. It's going to be a tarot spread. Put Oracle there because I was going to do a extended with the Oracle cards. But I figured with this particular spread, I want it to be very direct. And then with the next part of this, or the last part to round up this presentation or this reading, would be to go through some love activation cards, and I'll be pulling them just to sort of see what it is that we need to be, or whoever I'm communicating, whoever this is resonating with, what love activation cards will support you moving forward and what is happening with you. And and also some affirmation cards just to close. Okay, so that's the little introduction part. So let's get into it. Okay, guys. Okay. So exploring fear. We are, if you look at this card here, you can see the face, bit nervous, something is going to happen. So looking at fear, okay, and I should have made that slightly bigger because you can't actually see the text, but hey ho, I have the text right in front of me, so never fear. And plus, you can pause this video and write it down, or if you're watching it on your phone, screenshot it, whatever way you can do this, okay, or just pause it and write it down. So fear, exploring it, what is going on with you? Right, so ask yourself. So these cards, like I said, these are mood cards. These are psychology driven cards. These are used in many different facets for children, adults, vulnerable adults, all kinds, everybody. It's open to everybody, but these are from a psychology standpoint. So they allow you to unpack and then also gives you some affirmations to support you moving forward, okay? So the first thing we have is fear. Ask yourself, question 1, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? And I think if I'm being honest, a part of some of my low vibration that I've been going through the last month, I would say, last couple of weeks, I've been afraid that I won't get what it is that I feel like I deserve. I won't get the most desired outcomes. I'll put in all this effort and I won't get what I'm supposed to get out of it. And then going through these 11 laws of God through the Ma'at, and shout out to Mikkel the Energy, because one of the things that I'm learning and I am getting into my brain is that what love truly means and what love is coined as is giving without seeking anything in return. Now that's big. That's big. So that's giving without seeking anything in return. So that is directly dealing with my fear, because my fear is not getting the desired outcome or getting what I feel like I was deserved. So this is like recognition, reward, advancement, monetary, in all kinds of aspects. But we are supposed to give just for the sheer act of giving, because we know that it could support somebody. And obviously this is how I'm able to do my readings. I'm not getting paid for doing my readings, or I haven't been paid for doing the readings that I've been doing online. Obviously I have my clients who, yeah, they will pay for my readings for their personals, because they know that I go very in depth and we will unpick things. And by the time we finish the reading, my clients tend to leave my space with direction, more clear view of what to do, and just basically things being illuminated. Okay, so that's my fear. My fear is putting in all the effort, putting in a substantial amount of effort and not getting what I truly deserve out of it, or what I feel I truly deserve, which is probably recognition, reward, and maybe monetary. You could do with some more coin. Okay, so that's your task. The first question is, what are you afraid of? So I want you to write that down, really take some time. And obviously, as I was telling you about my fear, if things resonate, you can put that down, but really be very, very personal to you about what it is that is causing you to feel fear. Okay, so question 2, is there any evidence to support this? So, is there any evidence to support this? So, my thing is this, going back to my first one, feeling like I'm not going to get what my recognition or reward or get the best outcome. Is there any evidence to support that I won't get what it is that I deserve? If I'm being completely 100%, I would say the only time I feel that I've had evidence that that my fears could be realized is when I've given it credence, when I've given it life, when I've sort of said, oh, well, in the past, I've helped that person, or I've gone out of my way to do something for a person, and they haven't responded in a way that I would have liked, or I didn't get the recognition or any reward for my efforts. Now, that's me superimposing the past energy. So then, in turn, at times I have done tripped up by talking what I don't want and then telling the universe what it is that I'm want to bring towards me. So it's all of that, So I have had evidence of that, but I can also see where I have impacted my own experience of lack, or my own experience of not feeling fulfilled out of situations that I felt like I've added value, or I've put in a certain amount of love and effort into a situation or an event. Okay, so that's a good one for you to kind of look at. So question 2 is there any evidence to support this? Okay, so the first one is, what are you afraid of? The second question is there any evidence to support this? Okay, third and final question is, how do your fears affect your life? And what would you like to do about it? How do your fears affect your life? And what would you like to do about it? This particular fear affects me not wanting to give. It affects my readiness to participate sometimes, especially with specific people I've had certain issues with in the past. It makes me reluctant, which means at times I may be limiting my positive interactions for fear that it won't go the way I want it to go. That makes sense. So it limits my communication and my coming together, my unionship with with my loved ones. Um, so I'd say that. And what would I like? What would you like to do about it? What would you like to do about it? Your fear and how it's affecting your life. So for me, what I'd like to do about it, I'd like to get to a place where I don't even care what the reactions are. I want to truly be able to give, seeking nothing in return. I want to get back to zero. When you get back to zero, that is peace. And we're talking about the tree of life. That is peace. That is coming back to true inner peace, where there is nothing but oneness. Yeah, I want to get back to zero. I want to be there. So that's what I'm going to keep working towards. I'd like to not have so much emphasis on the reaction from people. What else would I like to do about it? And for some people, keeping it all the way 100, just to be mindful that realistically, some people are just who they are, and some people are just hard to please. So that being the case with those types of people, when they ask you to do something, I think what I will do is I'll just be very open with them on the onset. I'll be like, you want help from me and you're very particular. Are you going to allow me to do what it is that I can do to support you, or do you want to micromanage? Are you going to throw your toys out of the pram if it doesn't look like exactly how you envisioned in your mind? If they're open to working with me instead of micromanaging or having an air of ungrateful behavior, I think I'll just be more upfront about how I would like the interaction to go. That way everybody's clear about where they stand, and we talk about our intentions and what we intend for the situation to be, like what it is that we both want out of this situation and our interaction. So that would be the thing. So just to recap, my beautiful, beautiful family. So fear, ask yourself, 1, what are you afraid of? 2, is there any evidence to support this? 3, how do your fears affect your life? And what would you like to do about it? Okay, so that is just a way of taking some time to really break down these things. If you find your list of the things that you're afraid of is quite big, give yourself some time to really unpack it. Give yourself some space under each heading, if that helps. Just so you can see if your fear is rational. Is there ways of combating it? And is there a new way of looking at it? Because it's about changing the perspective here, okay? So last but not least, we have here affirmation. So the affirmation for fear is, I breathe in love. I breathe out fear. I enjoy life to the max. I am fearless. I breathe in love. I breathe out fear. I enjoy life to the max. I am fearless. I love that. I'm going to say that one more time, just in case y'all in the back didn't hear me. I breathe in love. I breathe out fear. I enjoy life to the max. I am fearless. Okay, so you take your time with that. I wanted us to sort of go through this. If you feel comfortable and you're all right with this way of doing things, drop me a comment. Let me know if you're liking exploring our emotions and our moods, and you'd like me to continue doing them. Please let me know. I probably, because I'm led to do it at the moment, I probably will still do it. Because sometimes the comments can be a bit slow, but I'm imploring you guys to be interactive with me. I'm going to be putting up some discussion things in my some posts in my discussion part of my page, just to let you guys know when I'm going to be doing a live on my Zoom. I'll be doing some lives on Facebook as well. I'll do some lives also on YouTube as well, just so that I can we can have an interactive, because I'd love for us to have a space where we can have a full discussion. And I find it really beneficial when we're able to see that we're not the only ones feeling a certain way, and we can start to listen to how other people have found ways of coping or to even overcome this particular state of being, okay, which is not peaceful. Okay, so it's going into now A little title time, little title time. So healing trauma. Okay. So this spread, yeah, is by Emerald Lotus Divination. So big up to Taurus, you know. Whoa, Taurus, maybe this might be for you. Everything happens for a reason. I don't count out nothing. You don't say things for no reason. So maybe Taurus, this might be a reading for you. Okay. Right, so healing trauma spread. This one's by Emerald Lotus Divination. Done this one on myself a few times and other clients, and it's been very insightful. Yeah, so as you can see, while I am shuffling my cards, because some of them are looking a little bit upside down. I don't like when my cards are all over the shop. I like to have them all upright first. And when shuffling takes place, if things want to be upside down, then they just have to fall where they may, kind of thing. But obviously I haven't done I cleared my cards and I cleansed them before I came on. But while I'm shuffling, you can have a look at what these, what the spread is representing. I really should have done this before. I just never thought it was going to be all over the shop, but it's all good. Take some time for reflection. Look at what this spread, the eight positions in the spread, and what they are meaning. Just this card, okay. Right. So, healing trauma, accepting and letting go. Okay. So, we have for the first position, how is the trauma? Let me start again. Number one, how this trauma impacts my life. So, how is this trauma impacting the lives of the collective? How is trauma affecting the life of the viewer? How is trauma impacting the lives of the collective? Okay, we have the King of Swords. Okay, King of Swords. How is it affecting it? Maybe what I heard straight away was you're cutting people off. Maybe this trauma has made you be very intentional about who you've cut off out of your circle. Yeah, I'm hearing it's made you cut off certain people out of your space. We also have here an energy that has meant that you have become more laser focused. Yeah, I'd say laser focused. You know what it is that you want to do, or what it is that you need to do, rather. So you know what it is that you need to do. Sorry for the noise. I've told my son that I am recording, but he is a Fortnite player. So boy, sometimes the noise can just be a little bit much. So going back to what I was feeling. Yeah, I think it's focus. What it is that you need to do next. But there's definitely a cutting away, cutting off. And for some of you, you're cutting off your own. For some of you, this has made you very, very focused. Like I said, you know what it is that you want. But there's a group of you who this has cut your hearing a few things. For some of you, it's really messed with your self-esteem. Yeah. So we know this, we know trauma is anything physically, emotionally, energetically, and spiritually that you've gone through that has caused a memory that causes discomfort and dis-ease, depression, anxiety, lack of motivation. For some of you, it's affected your precision. Yeah. Yeah, for some of you, it's definitely affected your precision. Whatever you had been focusing on. I want to clarify that. I said I wasn't going to do an oracle, but I feel like it's necessary. Okay, let me just get into my spread on. So yeah, I did say I wanted to do an oracle as well, so I may as well just go with the energy. I'm just thinking about time, but what I will do is I will timestamp for those who want to unpack the, you know, the discussion part of it, and who wants to just go straight to the healing spread. So the first position, how this trauma impacts my life, we've got the King of Swords. So like I said, there's an energy of cutting away at situation, people, places, and things. For some of you have been very, very focused on the task of getting people out of your space. And for some of you, this has impacted on your own view of self and your own focus on what it is that you want. So please clarify the King of Swords, please. Please clarify the King of Swords. Imagine that 3 cards come out and I just wanted 1, but I think they're all necessary. So the first one that came out was yin yang. So there is a cutting away going on, a moving away from the old sense or the old state of being. And then we've also looking at what yin yang means. So this is the opposing energies. This is like how do you call it? Indivisibility. So that's the duality of who we are as individual, as the flesh and the spirit. Okay, so some will say the negative and the positive, balance in that. So we know that there is an element of needing to balance with this yin yang. Because like I said, maybe the focus is mainly solely on cutting away people, places, and things, but not necessarily a focus on the nurturing side of dealing with trauma or dealing with situations that are quite difficult. Okay, so there's an element that there is a need to be loving and kind and balanced within your reasoning. There's indecision here. So with this trauma, what to do, who needs to be cut off? Do I really want to cut them off? Can I live without these particular people? Am I going to be able to still have a certain lifestyle? Would I be privy to the same types of circles? Would I be cutting off my access to people, places, and things that I actually really enjoy, however, they impact upon my healing or impact upon my self-esteem? Okay, so there is indecision going on here. So we know that that's what's really impacting your life, making decisions, clear decisions, being balanced within your decisions to cut people off or to move forward or to focus on things in particular. And then we've got adjacent possibilities. So indecision could be because there are a lot of opportunities here. Adjacent opportunities means that even if you feel like one, the door that you specifically wanted to go through, it was no longer accessible to you. However, if you look at the adjacent possibilities, the other possibilities around that might not be, what do you want to call them? It might not be what you're used to. So maybe you're going to take a route that is not usually within your remit. Maybe you will attend school, uni, a different type of job field that you probably wouldn't have. And so be open to that. I know there's a lot of indecision going on, and I know that there's definitely a need for balance. But mainly you guys are cutting away at stuff, but be very mindful that you just need to take your time. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the second position is emotions I carry with this trauma. So what emotions are the collective carrying with this trauma? Okay. We've got the King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles talks about the need for luxury. The King of Pentacles is somebody who likes to have the finer things in life. Everything needs to be luxurious. They don't mind the price tag as long as they enjoy it. So this is about indulgence. This is about treating yourself. So for me, for it to be in position 2 and like how, what emotions you're carrying. So it looks like to heal or to have some sense of control where there is an element here, like I said, with this indecision and this yin yang energy. The need for the balance and looking at the adjacent possibilities. For this to be in position 2, it lets me know that for some of you, this is how you are healing. You are indulging. For some of you, you are buying new clothes, shoes, handbags. For men, I can see this being gadgets, books, jewelry. And for some of you, this is foods. This is indulging with fine foods, rich, fatty foods. For some of you, this is very a la carte type of thing. So yeah, there is definitely a need to go into self-soothing. Yeah, self-soothing, self-care. So this could be a self-care regime where you decide that you're going to go and take yourself on a shopping spree, take yourself out to lunch, okay? Because there is a element of, I work really hard, I've gone through a lot, I deserve to have nice things, I've gone through a huge amount of lack, and now it's my time to live luxurious and be a true King of Pentacles, and it doesn't, this is like, so we come up with the male gender, but this is not gender specific, so it's not just for men. This is a collective. So I just want to clarify the King of Pentacles regarding this emotions being carried around, because we know that it was about self-soothing. you know, feeling like I deserve it. I've gone through so much. Okay. See, angel of strength. Okay, so for some of you, the angel of strength is here to support you. There is need to strengthen yourself. So for it to be clarified for the King of Pentacles, I figure this is what's helping you stay balanced for some of you, because the fact that you are allowing yourself to feel good by treating yourself to physical, material things, like I said, it's all to help build your strength, build how you feel about yourself, what is going on within you, and the strength to know that regardless of what is happening around you, you do deserve nice things, or you deserve to feel comfortable, you know, and you definitely have the right to cut away the people, places, and things that do not serve you, to quiet your mind so that you can make the decisions. Okay, so we know that the first position, how is this trauma impacting your life? We know that the King of Swords is here cutting away at situations, people, places, and things. And for some of you, this is you suppressing yourself, cutting away how you truly feel to fit some type of ideal, with this yin yang out of balance, indecision that you're going through as well, and looking at all the other possibilities. Okay, and then we've got emotions that I carry through this trauma, and that is the need to treat yourself, luxury. I've worked hard, I've gone through so much, it's only right I should get a XYZ, you know, but be very mindful about that as well, not to overindulge and not truly do the healing that is necessary. But we've got the angel of strength here, who is definitely here supporting you. Okay, right, so let's get into the third position. How this affects my relationship with others. How is this a trauma affecting Flex's relationship with others in relation to this trauma? How is this trauma affecting relationships with others? Is this trauma affecting the relationship with others? Hey, 3 of Wands. Okay, so there's 2. There's another one that wants to pop out. Okay, so how was this how is this affecting my relationship with others? You have the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands speaks about making a decision and feeling whether or not you made the right decision. So it's like sort of waiting for your ships to come in, like, I made this decision, now I've just got to see whether it was the right thing. Is it going to blow up in my face? Or is this going to be was this decision for my greatest good? Letting somebody go. This is what I was saying about this cutting away and this indecision. For some of you are unsure about who you want to cut off. And for some of you, you've already done this cutting off, or you've walked away, or you've taken some type of offer, or even walked away from an offer. Like I said, there's adjacent possibilities here and indecision. Okay. So it looks like for some of you, the relationship with others is whether or not you have truly allowed yourself to be, you know, it's like that sort of, I can't move unless I know for certain everything's okay, or I can't give you a clear, definitive answer whether I am okay within my friendship groups or my relationship with my family and my loved ones, because I've stepped back and I'm unsure whether or not it was the right decision. Maybe you're feeling lonely now. Maybe you've Mm. And this one's very strange, but how I will say it, it's not strange, it's trauma we're talking about. So this is for somebody. And like I said, take it as it resonates and leave what doesn't. For some of you, it's very difficult because somebody who has caused you a lot of pain, some type of abuse of whatever kind, or neglect, this person, you love them. And although you understand that to be away from them at this particular time is helpful for yourself, you miss them. And being around them at a certain time makes you feel good. And you don't want to miss out on the fun that you can have with this particular person due to the things that they have done to you in the past. And for some of you, that is the reason why you feel so unbalanced, because it's sort of like you love your abuser. And what does that mean? I love somebody who hurts me, or who has hurt me. And to recognize that generally these things happen with people that you know and love. So it's not totally outside of, reaction behavior to still have the emotions of love towards somebody who has done you wrong. But for some of you, that's very, very difficult to even perceive. But just know that's a part of healing. If you can be around somebody who has hurt you in the past and have forgiven them, or at least have a certain level of understanding to where their head was at, or what they were going through, or why you seem to be the object of their aggression, or their reactions, or their total disregard for their status or your status. So there is a decision waiting to decide whether or not this decision was the right one, waiting for your ships to come in. Yeah, waiting for your reward, waiting for your confirmation. Okay, and then we've got judgment in reverse. So this is talking about a situation that you need to heal, or a situation that you understand that needs to be addressed, but you don't necessarily want to address this particular situation. There is divine peace here for you. Wow, okay, yeah, there is divine peace here for you. Once you can start unpacking what it truly means, why that decision needed to be made. But like I said, there's a lot of up and down energy. And I will say to you, be kind to yourself within this time. If you've made a decision and you're not sure whether it's been the right one, just take some time and understand that you have divine support. Talk to your ancestors, meditate, be very intentional about what it is that you want to find out. Ask for the signs, journal, take that time, because I understand storm warning. So we know that it's been a lot. And for some of you, this decision that you made, for some of you, will yield another tower moment, or with this card, the storm warning, something will come up. Things will come up to be healed. People will come, especially those who you may have cut off in the past. Maybe they might come back and express their discontent with how they've been dealt with in a situation. Or maybe this is you, and this is the storm that's going on within you within this time, where you know that there is an action that you need to take, there is someone you need to speak to, with that judgment card. And for some of you, this is really about the fact that you feel judged by the people by the people you have with the relationships that you have with others. Maybe you feel some type of judgment, and the fact that you feel judged is the reason why you have stepped back from them, or their judgment isn't correct, or their assessment of how things are isn't correct. And that is what's causing the internal storm. Okay. So let's look at position 4. How this affects the way I see myself. Okay. Position 4. We've got the Queen of Cups. So if this is affecting the way that you see yourself, maybe you are not playing your nurturer role. Maybe you're finding it hard to parent at this particular time. Maybe you're more focused on your own emotions, or suppressing them even. I can even hear suppressing your emotions. Suppressing your emotions. Cups. Some of you, this is very hard for you to relate to yourself. For some of you, you feel upset that you're even still affected by your trauma. That these situations or people, places, and things can trigger you so much so that it leads you back to this state of fear. You know, feeling afraid to speak up for yourself, feeling afraid to stand up and be counted, even to speak your truth. And for some of you, this is about showing love and being loving. You know, maybe this is limiting you accepting love. Because trauma can really make you feel at times unworthy of true love or companionship. You know, and it's not a great feeling, but it's something that definitely comes up, you know. So we're dealing with this emotion. So maybe it's affecting you nurturing yourself and how you're seeing yourself at this particular time. One moment, let me just... O'Shea! Can you keep it down, please? I did say I was recording. Let's clarify this Queen of Cups. How you see yourself. So look at that envy. So for some of you are envious about a situation, envious about how other people's lives look. From the outside, many people's lives seem to be together and they seem to know what's what, and they always seem to look good, or they always seem to have things, or they always seem to be a person who always gets a job, or their relationship seems to always be in a great space while you are constantly going through issues with your partner, or the fact that you actually don't have a partner. So there's some envy going on here. So there's a lot of emotions. So maybe this is some of the reasons why you're being quite harsh on yourself, as well as what this trauma is allowing you to dig. What this trauma is highlighting. That for some of you, you feel like other people have got their 10 of Cups or their 10 of Pentacles. They've got it all sewn up, and why don't I? But within this time, you're just being asked to look after yourself, be kind to yourself. We've got that King of Pentacles where we're talking about treating yourself. We've got the Queen of Cups nurturing self-care routines, beautiful baths, scented oils, salts, beautiful incense, essential oils, massage oils, you know, cleansing. Be not worried about what everybody else is doing, because we don't really know what's really going on with anybody, you know. So envy is like it's an emotion that we all have felt at one stage or another, you know. But it really has no place in self-love. Yeah. Okay, so we have the fifth position, an energy I need to draw on to begin to release this trauma. So what energy can the collective draw on to release this trauma? It's a peacock. Look at that, 6 of Wands. Start looking at all of the things you have within your possession. This is recognition and rewards, the 6 of Wands. So this is about looking at all of your achievements, looking at how many things you've already overcome thus far. Really allowing yourself to step out and be counted, and not allow, you know, and not allow your pain from the past or your envy or your envy of others not being in a position that you feel like you should be in. Look at all the things you have achieved and know that recognition and reward is coming, especially when you start to allow yourself to be open. So start looking at what you do have and not about what you don't have. That will support you. The support system you have around you. Look at that. Door to value. Door to value. If you see all that money coming through the door to value is what is clarifying the 6 of Wands. So you really thinking about your achievements, what it is that you want to achieve, being very intentional about what it is that you want, will help you door to value. For you to value yourself, value the work that you do. You will be valued for the work that you do from others. And this will be in monetary as well as maybe a raise, promotion, new job, possibly moving away to greener pastures, letting go of the envy, the sadness, and overindulgence for some of you as well. But you focusing on what it is that you actually have is in itself supporting you moving forward. So I like that. Yeah, think about what you do have and not what you don't have, okay? Okay, and then we have number 6, a lesson I must learn from this experience. So what lessons need to be learned through this trauma? King of Wands, a lot of kings coming up. King of Wands, what you need to learn. So for me, with the King of Wands, I see this king knowing what he wants to do and why he wants to do it. Knowing the greater good, knowing how things will impact him and the people around him. Then this is gender specific, this is not gender specific. Being very clear and intentional So what can we learn? We can learn to be clear, concise, make sure we are doing things for the right reasons, make sure that things that we are doing affects us positively and the people around us. Yeah, I think it's all about learning to be clear, know why you're doing something, why something is being done, and understanding that everything that we are currently experiencing is so that we can keep developing our wisdom, our understanding. You know, we grow through adversity. It's horrible that it's that way, but it is about challenges showing us our true potential and our true strength, pulling certain things out of us that maybe we wouldn't have if we weren't put in positions that made us feel uncomfortable, or even for some that have been in positions where they felt very small. Maybe this was the reason why they needed to stand up and be counted, start their healing, speak their truth. Not wanting to feel small anymore made some people feel and act bigger and bolder. And now they teach their children or the people around them, excuse me, to be bold and to be brave and to speak your truth. Okay, so what is clarifying this is the healer of ages. Okay, so what can we learn is to heal from our past, understand that we have support from divine, our angels, our ancestors, the most high creator of all, that I am is all here supporting you through your experience in this 3D plane. Okay, healing. All right, healing is necessary. That is what you're going to learn, that this situation, this trauma that you're going through is all for your healing. You've got the healer of ages here. It's all for your healing, for your expansion, for your wisdom, growth, and understanding. Okay. Okay. Number 7. I'm going to be wrapping up soon. It's been a very long video. How can I begin to move past this experience? Okay. How can I start to move? Begin to move past this experience. 8 of Pentacles. Start focusing on, see that 8 of Pentacles? This person is being studious, working on the things that they want to work on. So 8 of Pentacles is talking about putting in graft, really focusing on what you really want to do, whether that's a new business venture, whether that's a venture that you're already on, whether that's education, learning a new skill, accountancy I'm hearing, the law. Some of you are finding out what your rights are. This is doing your due diligence. This is research. Yeah, this is due diligence. This is doing research. This is looking at all that you've done already and what still needs to get done. This is giving yourself a pat on the back of how far you've come, because you're at the 8. Knowing that you're not far from the 10. What's worked, what hasn't worked. What you will implement and what you will let go of. I love that. Okay. Okay, so that will basically help you move past what worked in the past, what didn't. Okay, so here we go, all tied up. So you focusing on those things what you've done already, what you're about to do, will help you get out of this state all tied up. You see how this woman's all tied up here? Yeah. This will help you move past feeling all tied up by focusing on your skills, your abilities, what your love surface to the universe is, how you affect this great this great cosmos. How are you going to do that? How are you currently affecting the universe? That will help you get out of feeling all tied up, because that all tied up energy is closely related to the trauma and the triggers of that particular trauma. Okay. Last but not least, we have 8. A way my life will change as a result of releasing this trauma. How will life change for the collective as a result of releasing this trauma? I love that. 9 of Cups. Stability, working towards the 10 of Cups. 9 of Cups is you're almost there. This is coming together with friends and family. This is love, union, companionship. I love this card. I love that. So we know that a way for your lives to change, is to focus on what you do have, your 9 of Cups, your friends and your families and your loved ones, your self-care regime, your colleagues, the job that you have, the roof over your head, the food that you have in your cupboards, fridge, etc. All that it is that you have. I love that. So the result of releasing your trauma is the 9 of Cups. I love that. I absolutely love that. Can you hear, see how he's cheers, smiling, all happy. And that's a result of healing trauma. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a walk in the park. However, these cards are here to show you certain avenues. And for those who this is resonating with, here are just some ways of looking at it. Ooh, okay. So, ways my life will change as a result of releasing this trauma. Like we said, we had the 9 of Cups. So we talked about togetherness, family, coming together, roof over your head, stability. Yeah. Emotions, feeling good. We have daughter romance. Ooh. So as you start to heal from your trauma, you will allow the door to romance to open towards you, because you won't be so rigid and you won't be so opposed to new love. You will start allowing yourself to have more healthy relationships, ones that are of true love, where you are not asked to do things that are not in alignment with positivity and love. So yeah, daughter romance, I like that. Last but not least, we have woman holding coins. So there's some money coming in, especially when you're focused on what it is that you want, not what has happened to you, and not what everybody else has. If we let go of that envy of thinking that some people's lives just look very simple, we don't know what's going on in the inside when we're the outsiders looking in. And when we're going for our own things and we're putting a brave face on it, those people out there, they don't know what you're going through or what we're going through at that particular time. Okay, so that envy is not necessary, but we've got coins coming in, because that's you're focusing on what the skills that you have, what you've done, what's worked, what hasn't worked, so that you can start making that shmoney for that daughter value. Okay, so that's definitely some shmoney coming in. And you get that recognition and reward. I absolutely love that. So that's the healing trauma spread. I hope that was beneficial. I hope it was helpful to anybody who it resonated with. Because I was just led to do this today. It's totally different. Like I said, I may still do my my general readings for the zodiac signs. I'm unsure when I'm going to start that. We'll see how the day goes. Okay, so that's the healing trauma spread. Okay, so now we have a love activation and affirmations. And then we're going to be wrapping up, because this has been a long video. But I will timestamp so that for those who just wanted to go straight to the readings or just come straight to the love and activation and affirmations. Lovely. Activations. Okay, got 2 of those. Well, I've got to take one more. Oh, listen, got to take some more. Clear, make it clear, please. Thank you. So we get 4. Let me trying to make it quicker because I know I've taken up time. But like I said, I do the timestamps. Those who haven't got the staying power just ain't gonna do that if they don't want to. So we have elevation. Elevation. Right, let me end share screen for now. So we have elevation. Okay. So it says, you are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. Elevation. You are making a conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. Okay, and that is what's being activated within you, especially when we start working through our trauma. And this is the reason, because we are starting to understand consciously that to raising our vibrations will raise everything around us. And then we have tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because of your sense of love in everyone. Tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because of the sense of love in everyone. So this is you being tolerant to those around you and to yourself as well. Okay. You understand other people's views. You're not going to fight them down because you realize that everybody's got their reasons for their own opinions, whether we agree with them, yes or no. Okay. Then we have humility rather. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else start again. Humility. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. Say that one more time. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. Okay, so you ain't gonna force nobody to do what you want to do or believe what you want to believe. With that humility, just people go on and do what they gotta do. We wish them well on their journey. You know, it's like, it's not really my bag, but you know, blessings to you. You're on your journey and do your thing, you know, and whatever. You've got action. Last but not least, you have the courage to express the unique, loving colors of your soul. I love that. Action. You have the courage to express the unique loving colors of your soul. So you will take action knowing that you are an individual. Nobody needs to be the same. It's not about carbon copies. This is not about being anybody's clone. This is you being individual and allowing yourself to truly be at one with yourself and be your true unique self, because there ain't nobody like you. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but take action on being who you be. Okay. So in closing, just gonna get some affirmations. What? Did you see all of them fly out like that? No, sir. Just gonna take the ones that flew out on the table, those on the ground. That's too many of them. I think I'll take one of them that's upright as well, actually. Take all the ones that are where the messages are clear to be seen. Wow. Okay. So the first affirmation that will support you: healing through your trauma, healing through the fear of the unknown or whatever it is that you are constantly worried about. I am present for this situation, for this experience, for love. I am present. Look at that. I live without fear. Look at how that goes. I love when the readings, anyway, you know what I mean. I live without fear. I am in charge of my destiny. I am recording. Sorry for all the interruptions. My gosh. So let me go back to where I was before I was really interrupted. I am in charge of my destiny. I am in charge of my destiny. I don't need to allow naysayers or negative situations, people, places, and things to be in charge of how my life goes. I'm in charge of that. You're in charge of that. Okay. Life is a journey. Travel at your own pace. Life is a journey. Travel at your own pace. I like that. Life is a journey. Travel at your own pace. Don't rush. Don't be envious. Don't think you should be further along because other people are further along. Just go things at your own pace. Last but not least, I love and support myself so I can support others. I love and support myself so I can love and support others. This is key. And this is beautiful that this is the last one that we're ending on, because this is key to survival, for growth. If you're able to, if you want to support other people, you have to make sure that you support and love yourself. You give yourself that care and that love and that time so that you can come back and give. Same way, like I had to take my little break, I've come back with this message. I don't know who it's from. I don't know who has watched this to the end, who has managed to stay the course, but somebody needed to hear it. And had I not taken the break to deal with me, I won't be able to give these messages of love and support. Okay, so please, if you haven't done already, like, share, subscribe, and comment, please. Let me know if anything resonates. And I can't deal with the noise that's going on in the background. I'm trying to keep my vibration calm and not succumb to what's going on within my energy, because I've already said on quite a few occasions that I'm recording. So all of this loud noise is quite challenging at this particular time. But hey ho, this is life. He's a teenager. That is what they do. They play and they make up lots and lots of noise. So parenthood for you. So yes, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Much love and blessings. Empress Vibrant signing out. And for those who are wanting a personal reading, all the information will be in the description box below. Holler at me for your personal readings, okay? Take care, guys. Blessings, guidance, and protection.